Canuck.
Hello and welcome to the stream. My name is Liz. This is Coffee with Liz. It is where you get to hang out with like-minded individuals from all over planet Earth that love and enjoy the hobby that is called treasure hunting. You are going to be able to chit-chat, hobnob, and hang out with people that enjoy metal detecting, magnet fishing, bottle digging, dump digging, coin roll hunting, gold prospecting, urbex, rock hounding, and oh my goodness, probably a whole bunch of other things that I just can't think of right now. So if that is something that truly, truly gets you warm and excited, please consider subscribing to the channel. And you got to hit that notification bell. Tell YouTube you want to be advised whenever I go live or upload a video. So right on, everybody. Let us all take like a second and a half. I know some of you have already done it, but some of you have not. So let us all hit the like button on this stream. It not only helps the stream to rank a little bit higher, but just one day, my goodness, we might end up on someone's homepage and the amount of people in that chat is just going to explode. That is a good thing. That kind of explosion is really, really good. I'm wearing my Florida Gators hat today, which is kind of unusual. I don't think I've worn this hat in years, but go Gators. Right on, right on. All right. I need to say hello to each and every one of you. Because if you weren't out there, there'd be nobody in my chat. Simple as that. So I'm going to scroll up to the very, very top of the list and say hello. Whoops. To all of you. Right on, right on. And this is Coffee with Liz. So I need to take a slurp out of this. Right on, right on. Just regular coffee. Right on, right on. Nice, nice. Cheers to you. Cheers to being here. Cheers to whatever it is that you're drinking. Coffee, tea, water, juice. Could be later on in the afternoon. You could be drinking something else. Cheers to you. Could be tomorrow. My goodness. Wonderful. Wonderful. All right. So the very, very first person in the chat today was Andrew T. Andrew, thank you very much for joining. He was followed by Todd Carson. Todd, welcome. Wonderful to have you here. The 717 Detector Orlando is also in the chat. Right on, right on. Good morning, everybody. Hope you have a blessed day. Today is Palm Sunday for I guess Christians all over the planet. So have a peaceful Palm Sunday. Metal Detecting the Six with Prospector Steve is in the house. I have some show and tell from Steve, some nice stuff. Adventure for Relics, Alan, the famous bottle digger from Northern Ontario. If you have not checked out his channel, you need to do so because he finds some really, really cool things in the dumps up there. Looter 8, Frank and or Tyler, the Southern Ontario bottle digging crew. Right on, right on. Gene P is in the house. Gene P is going to be here a little bit later on. We are going to discuss Digstock. She's going to tell us about her experiences, some finds, and just the overall impression of the event. We'll be talking to Jean a bit later on, so stay tuned for that. Peterson PP Metal Detecting from the Czech Republic. Peter, wonderful to have you here. Seriously, wonderful. That's another great channel that that you need to check out when you have some time. And Peter does speak English, but in his videos, he does have subtitles. But stuff that he finds over there, absolutely incredible. Check out Peterson PP, Metal Detecting in the Czech Republic. Greg Brown. Greg says, good morning to the chat room. Right on, right on. Terry Curry, also here. Wonderful. Oh my goodness. My dear, dear friend, John. John is in the house. John Harvey. Wonderful to have you here, John. My goodness, wonderful. Dirty Paws also in the house, and holy smokes, the Coin Channel is here. Oh my gosh. Ah, thank you. Thank you for that. Thank you. The lovely Linda Wallace also here. Donald Lee here as well. Oh my gosh. See, oh my goodness. Try that again. She Digs, Lynn from Norway. Wonderful. 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 I hope it's springtime in Norway. I would think it is. I would hope it is. Um, I know that she is going to have some amazing, amazing videos coming out. She's got the best backyard that anybody would ever want to dig into. Check out Lynn at She Digs. David Frazier says, hello. Hello, David Frazier. Let's see. The Piney Man is in the house as well. Wonderful to have you here. Oh my goodness. What's going on here? Steve says that the weather network is showing -2. Yeah, it's -2 here as well. With a wind chill of -3. Not too bad. I'm going to throw on my spider and double up on the gloves. Yeah. The weather here has been it's been kind of obtuse. Really, really weird. So, last week there were some actually nice days. We had a lot of rain though, but there were some nice days. Today woke up to minus, I think -4. And this week we're supposed to have an 18-degree day. 18. That's like shorts and t-shirt. However, it's supposed to rain, 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 rain. Wow. You know what? I think I missed somebody. I think I did. There you go. I missed Treasure Talk. Holy smokes, how could I miss Treasure Talk? Jeez, Jeff. Wonderful. My goodness. Thank you for joining. I can't believe I missed your comment. My goodness. Wow. If you want to win some great prizes and enjoy an amazing community discussion with some top-notch guests, you have to check out Treasure Talk. Seriously, you have to check them out. That's all I'm going to say. All right? I'm not going to spoil it. Just check them out. All right? All right. Wow. Adventure for Relics says it's -21 up there. Holy smokes. We haven't had -21 here. Like maybe like super midwinter. Wow. -21. That's cold. No dump digging in -21. Wow, that's really cold. Jeez. Sorry. Sorry. Sorry, Alan. Sorry. My goodness. Wow. Well, here we go again. All right, here we go again. Apparently, Hot Mess Fishing is in the house, but I can't see her again. Seriously. Oh my goodness, I made her a mod. I even added her to my approved users. So finally, what I did was I actually contacted YouTube. And I said, da da da. Well, I told them everything. Waiting for a reply from YouTube. I hope I do get a reply, but Hot Mess Fishing is in the house. Yeah, I don't know what's going on. I don't know. Seriously, I did not block her. She is blocked. I don't know. I don't know what's going on, but hopefully YouTube will be able to tell me what is going on. Yeah. Hot Mess Fishing, hello. And I'm sorry that this is happening. All right. So what are we doing today? Well, I gotta say that I have no show notes. I have no show notes. So yeah, we're gonna wing this one. All right, we're gonna wing this one. Hot Mess Fishing is wearing the invisibility cloak. The invisibility cloak from Harry Potter. Seriously, if she was blocked on my end, she would not be able to comment whatsoever on my chat. I don't know. I really don't know what's going on. Like I said, hopefully YouTube will be able to fix it. I don't know. All right. All right, so what are we doing today? Like I said earlier, Jean P is going to be popping in. Um, she recently attended the Digstock event. She's going to tell us about that, maybe some of her finds. Um, so look forward to that. I do have show and tell. Some people during the week have sent in some show and tell. We will do that as well as if you what is going on here? Oh my goodness. Seriously. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. If you have some show and tell that you would like to send in, there is the email address. Right there. Right there. diggingcanuck@gmail.com. I do have my Gmail open. You can send your stuff and we will show it. So right on, right on. I think some people have joined the chat. Let's see who has joined the chat. Oh my gosh. Bluticus the text, Jackie, holy smokes. Oh my goodness, I feel like royalty has just entered the room. My goodness. Wonderful, wonderful to have you here. Bluticus Detects is from across the pond over in jolly, jolly good England. Right on, right on. My gosh, wonderful to have you here. Seriously, thank you for joining. And Flash in Your Pants says, good morning, Canuck Nation. Right on, right on. Adventure for Relics says lots of COVID. Oh my goodness. Am I going to get demonetized because I said that? All right. Henceforth, that word is going to be Charlie Victor. Charlie Victor. All right. All right. Lots of Charlie Victor at Digstock. Oh my gosh. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. Oh my goodness. I just got all like, ah. So yeah, so we are going to talk about that with Jane, show and tell as well. All right, all right. So, Jean, click on the link, Jean. Johnny up on the screen. El Nino Vasquez says, Buenos dias, Mrs. Canuck. Buenos dias, El Nino Vasquez. Bienvenidos and hola. Wonderful. Nonsense. 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 Seriously, nonsense. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Hey, you know what? If you also, as I am chit-chatting with Jean P, if you also attended Digstock, I'm gonna pop up the link after I chat with Jean for like a few minutes. I'll pop up the link and you can also join us on the screen. If you not letting me. Okay. So apparently Jean's having difficulties. So I'm just going to put up the I'm gonna put up the link if you attended Digstock. Oh, here she is. All right, Jean is in the house. Jean is in the house. All right. Jean is in the
Sorry
house.
about that. Sorry about that.
That's okay. Jean, how are you this morning?
I'm a lot better, way better. I'm on the other side of Charlie Victor.
Ah.
Yeah. It was rough. I'm not gonna lie, but I'm feeling much better, or I wouldn't be here.
Good. Great. So you did recently attend a Digstock.
I did. It was amazing. I couldn't believe how many people were there. And
Really?
awesome people, really awesome. I met some incredible folks there,
Mhm.
and really famous YouTubers. I'm having a good time with that. Didn't like the selfies too much I got, but But
You didn't like the selfies that
no,
you
because cameras and me, we're not friends. We're not. But especially when I'm in digging a tire, all funky and just kind of, it's not me. But so yeah,
What did you wear as you're digging a tire? Were you in camo?
Of course, we were in the South. We got to wear camo. I mean, it wouldn't be a tire without camo. Something camo anyway. It was kind of common. Everybody I think had some kind of camo on. It was a really good time. I met so many people, had such a good time. It kind of started going downhill a little bit on Saturday, when I started feeling really tired for some reason. Not to mention, Aquachigger took us on a long hike through the woods and briars and everything, and it was like an obstacle course. So by the time I got to the end where we were going to be digging, I was exhausted, and I didn't realize that part of it was because I was getting Charlie Victor, and it didn't, the main symptoms didn't hit me until I got home, and it was Monday morning about 3 a.m. is when I was like, oh my God, something's really wrong. But it was good. I mean, I would do it again. I would do it again.
Now, was it Friday that did you attend the Friday events?
I got there Thursday, and that was the where you got to meet and greet and everything. And that's when like a lot of the main YouTubers were by chance and taking selfies and shaking hands and everything, signing autographs and hats and whatever. I met a ton. Aquachigger, Brian from Green Mountain, Rob from History Hunters, right? History Diggers.
Oh, yes. The History Digger.
Yeah, History Digger. He was a nice guy. I went in his RV. He made me coffee in his RV. It was cool.
He never made me coffee when he came dig with me, I gotta say. But I did get cheese.
It was cold, and I was trying to warm up. He was like, "Do you like coffee?" I was like, "Yeah." He was like, "I got to show you this amazing coffee thing," because I have an RV, well, camper van, right at the moment, and so he was like showing me his rig and all his little like devices and things, and it was really geeked out about it. So I really enjoyed that.
So you said that was Thursday.
That was Thursday. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Thursday.
So meet and greet on Thursday. Who is of all the people that you met, who were you most starstruck to meet?
Starstruck.
Yeah. Were you starstruck? Starstruck?
Yeah. Starstruck. I really don't get starstruck too much. I've met a lot of famous people in my life. So it kind of wore off. But I would think the one that I didn't expect to meet that kind of like took me back, because I was talking with like a bunch of other people. We were about ready to go dig, and all of a sudden out of nowhere, I look and there's Hoarder. And it was like, I went, he's tall. And I went,
yeah.
Oh my, and I felt so stupid. I was like, oh my God, Hoarder. And he just looked at me, and he looked at me, and I had my little logo on and everything. I went, Gene P. He went, Gene P. He knew me. I was like melting, because it was like, I didn't expect him to. I was like, well, I comment a lot. And as soon as I said Gene P, he knew who I was. Actually, it happened a lot. Nobody really recognized my logo too much. And
They will because you've made the change. You started with Gene P, so that's kind of what people are focusing on.
Yeah, right. But a lot of people knew me as soon as I said, yeah, I'm GP. Oh, you're Gene P. I was wondering if you were Gene P. And I was like, yeah. But,
hey, Mona has a question here. She wants to know, is Aquachigger as cute in person?
He is. He's a nice guy. He really is. He's funny too. And he's pretty much the same as he is on his YouTube channel. Slightly a little different when he's not on camera, but you have to be. But I mean, he was funny. I mean, he was out in front. He was just, I don't know how he did it. It was like there was so many briars and everything. He just like hiked, just like busted through and then there was him and from guy from Maine, Rob. But anyway, he was right behind him. They were busting through. Then it was Jersey Ray, and I was way in the back.
That's all right.
I was
That's
trying to
all
keep
right.
up. And then
Mhm.
Mainly's son was behind me, being real nice and gentleman and helping me get through the briars and things. And
Mm.
it was amazing. I had such a great time. It's unfortunate that I got sick over it, but I'm
Mm.
just glad that, apparently I didn't give it to some of the folks I was around. So I was really happy about that. So
Wow. So when you got to the end of this trek that Aquachigger took you on, did
yeah.
like were people did people did I know you were tired. Did you get a chance to dig? I hope you did.
I don't know where my head was at because I left the car without my headphones.
Ah.
So yeah, I got to the old home site. I shoved my shovel in the ground and I sat on the handle of the shovel and was like, ugh, And then I
Mm.
dig a little bit. There was a lot of trash. There was more trash than we expected. So we didn't
Mhm.
stay there too long.
Mhm.
As a matter of fact, I think Bo started getting a little funky in the head and he was like over the trash. So he's like, hey, we're leaving. So then we had to hike out, which is
Yeah.
another long hike.
Yeah.
And we didn't go through
Mhm.
the way we came. We actually went through it along an old farm road. And I was like,
Mm.
why didn't we come in that way? But anyway, it was a
Yeah.
long hike. And then we got picked up by Jersey Ray. She went and got her car somehow. And so we got a ride. It was me, Bo, and mainly son. And we were all walking along the road. We couldn't all fit in a certain car. So
Mhm.
uh, then they went and got cars and they picked us up. And it
Mhm.
was and but yeah,
Mhm.
after that, I was like, I think I just want to go back to home base where the tents were and just like chill. I
Mhm.
was so tired after that. And I didn't
Mhm.
realize it was because I was getting sick. But like I
Yeah.
said, I made it through Sunday and we had Saturday, it was Thursday was meet and greet. Friday
What'd you
was
do Friday?
Friday. I went out. Jersey Ray was really nice. She had done this before. There was so much property. There was 7,000 acres of property.
Yeah.
So if you kind of divide, it's almost like 10 acres per person if you kind of like figure it out. But they were spread out all over with like 15 miles, I think it was, different farm lands spread out.
Mhm.
I just couldn't get my bearings. Jersey Ray was nice enough to take me everywhere. We were looking for people. We ended up doing a lot more socializing than digging.
Mhm.
We got
Yeah.
to dig a little bit. She dug more than me. I didn't realize that I wasn't concentrating and why I wasn't concentrating, but I was having such a good time talking to folks. I forgot why I was there. I forgot that,
Yeah.
it was because, I wanted to dig. So I didn't really find anything, maybe some clad, but to be honest, I really didn't put a lot of effort into it.
Mhm.
I
Mhm.
put more effort into meeting people and just socializing. It was just incredible to see that many metal
Mhm.
detectors in one place.
So the Saturday you were digging,
Mhm, mhm.
safe to say. Did you
Yeah.
find
I the farm implements of all rustiness, of
Mhm.
course, when you're out in the farm field. And I found a wrench, a old wrench, about maybe 12 inches long.
Mhm.
I helped, well, there was a few of us helping this one gentleman. He had lost his rental car keys. So I spent a
Oh.
lot of time searching for those.
Mhm.
Felt so bad for him. He was stressed out. I
Mhm.
understand. So it was mostly farm things. It was, what is this thingamajig? We don't, nothing identifiable. There were a
Mhm.
lot of people that were, you know, they weren't around us. There was a lot of places and a lot of people found a lot of great stuff.
Mhm.
I say that I did.
Mhm.
However, one thing that I did do, which is incredible, was there's one gentleman in a tent. He was with the Lost Dutchman's Mining Association, and
Ah,
we're,
okay.
we're
Mhm.
showing how to gold pan, which I always wanted to do. And so they had a trough there, and you learned how to do it. And I started
Mhm.
talking with the guy, and you know, I travel a lot and camp a lot, and I was looking at, you know, the membership plan, and it just made sense for me to join. You know, if I think about all the times I have to pay to camp in different campgrounds and things, it was just made sense. If I calculated real quick, and I said, well, you know, it would make sense to get a yearly membership, and then I calculated some more, and I went, makes sense to get a lifetime membership.
Mm.
So I got a lifetime membership so I could camp at these different places of many states.
Oh.
North Carolina, South Carolina, Georgia, Arizona, Colorado, Oregon, Utah. I think there's like, I don't know how many, and they keep adding more properties. So
So you can
you
camp and go gold panning?
go panning, or I'm pretty sure all of them allow metal detecting too. So you can just go and do your thing. And so I joined. It cost a pretty penny. Put it on my credit card. To me, it was worth it. I'd save
Mhm.
money in the end.
Mhm.
And then he gave me a bag of pay dirt. And I was like, oh, okay, you know. And I went into another tent and bought some gold painting stuff, gold mining stuff. It was
Mhm.
like,
You're
why
gonna
not?
need it if you've got a membership. You're gonna need it.
I did. And just the other day, I haven't been out metal detecting yet. I just stopped blowing my nose yesterday. But I was like itching to do something. So I got the pay dirt out and I went on my back porch, and I was able to find some gold in the pan, and I was happy. I was real happy.
Right on.
Yeah.
Good stuff.
Put it in I'm trying to, put it in a little vial here. I don't think you can see it. Let me see if I can get something up here. Where are
Do
they?
the other. There you go. There. Oh yeah, there's gold there. There's gold, and then there are hills.
Yeah, so I'm excited. I'm feeling better. I wouldn't say I'm quite all the way better. You know, I still got a little bit of tiredness, just a
So
little
what
bit.
were your symptoms for Charlie Victor?
Um, okay. Like I said, it started out, I couldn't understand why I felt so tired. You know, I'm in relatively good shape. You know, metal detecting kind of keeps you in shape. I couldn't understand. I just was like, man, this sucks, because I'm like really enjoying myself, and I just feel like I could like take a nap on a fence somewhere, you know. So
Mhm.
that was started in late afternoon Saturday. Then Sunday came. Um, I woke up and I was like, you know, yeah, what's
Mm.
going on here? You know, but you know, I was still okay. But by the time Sunday raffles were done and whatever
Mhm.
the stuff like that was done,
Mhm.
I waited around a little bit. I wanted to meet up with a friend of mine, and that didn't happen. So as soon as I knew that, you know, everything was pretty much, you know, there were people that went off and still dug. I
Mhm.
just went to my Airbnb and just was like, okay, I just need to get home, you know. So I went
Mhm.
and packed up and started home. And the drive home, it's just 3.5 hours. And drive home was like, man, this is odd for me. I usually I have driven 15 hours in a day, so it was like, man, I just
Mhm.
want to go over and take a nap. But
Yeah.
I kept coming home, and I just got home, got everything out of my car, uh, and put it in the kitchen. I didn't even feel like. I just went from the kitchen to the couch, and boom, I was out. And I woke up around 3 a.m. on Monday,
Mhm.
and let me tell you, it was like the worst hangover slash head cold slash sinus cold you could ever imagine. It was,
Wow.
yeah, vertigo, um,
Oh.
major vertigo.
Oh.
Um, Half my head felt real heavy. My eye hurt.
Wow.
My
Wow.
nose was just running. No, well, it wasn't running that day. It was the next day. It was all in my sinuses. It,
Wow.
it was like really. It was. I was like, you know, it kind of feels like the worst hangover ever, but worse than that. You know, because it's like there's like things that are going on that don't make. I mean, just like
Wow.
you can't understand how to do anything. Like, how do I put my glasses on? You know, it's like, it's like,
Mhm.
you know,
Wow,
you
really?
you really don't understand. You're just like in a fog. It's like, It's like, I don't
Wow.
know how to explain it. Yeah, it was
Wow.
just simple things like
Wow.
buttoning a button and making coffee. It was like, okay, what's step one? It was scary and
Wow.
more
So,
scary for
well,
me
thank you
alone.
for coming on the show. I appreciate that.
Well, yeah,
Um,
I'm happy to be here always.
good, good. Now, was going back to Digstock, was there a silver hunt? Because I know a lot of people do like that. Purists do not like silver hunts. They would rather go hunt in the wild. But
You
was
mean
there a silver hunt?
you mean
Or that's
seated?
it. Yes. Sorry, seated hunt.
Yes, I forgot about that. That was Thursday night, I believe.
Really?
Thursday night, yeah. That was incredible.
Wow.
That was fun. I'm
Really?
still kind of wonky on the left leg, but I wasn't gonna do it. It was kind of a funny story. I wasn't gonna do it. And my friends are like, "Why aren't you doing it? Why aren't you doing it?" And I'm like, "Cause if I get down on my hands and knees in the dark, I might not be able to get back up." And
Oh, it
this
was in the
guy,
dark. It was nighttime.
it was in the dark.
A nighttime silver seated hunt.
The only thing you were allowed to have was your pinpointer with the light on. That was it.
Oh,
And
okay.
they gave out these little reflective band things that blinked, and you had to wear those. And then you had to stay within this large perimeter of like glow sticks. You couldn't like get out of bounds or any of that.
Okay.
Um, so fireworks went off, and off you go. The actual fireworks in the back. They set off,
Yes.
and off you go in the dark,
Wow.
and you're on your hands and knees and doing this. Now, me, a guy said, why? Because the rules were you can attach your pinpointer to a string, you can use it on a stick, whatever. You just can't use anything else. I
Okay.
thought that was kind of lame. And it was like, nah, I'm not gonna do that. That's kind of cheating. And then a guy said, look at that guy over there. He had like a branch with like three pinpointers on it. And I went,
Yeah.
okay, because the prizes were amazing. They were like treasure chest of like $1,000, $4,000, $5,000. I mean, they were big prizes. So I went, okay. So the guy, he fixed up a stick with one of my pinpointers on it. And I said, okay, I'm just going to walk around and swing my stick. And
Yeah.
that's what I did. I did find, what did I find? I found a token for Garrett, the Garrett tent, which I won a pouch from them. And
So the silver was on the surface. There was no digging. Is that right?
there was no digging. No, most of it was on the surface. Now there were like tractor ruts and things that they purposely kind of dropped in there, So
Okay.
there,
Okay.
there was no need to dig. And sorry, my digging.
Can you see the comment on the screen, Jane, from
No,
Allie?
I can never see it.
Okay. It
Yeah.
says that the neighbors probably thought it was some cult seance. Hundreds of people lined up in a square with red glowing lights.
We were in the middle of nowhere. There were no neighbors. There was no neighbors. This is a huge, huge piece of property, farm kind of thing, in way from the road. There, no neighbors would have, if they were around, they would have thought that, because it was kind of like, all you saw were little lights going everywhere,
That
and
must have been interesting looking down from space.
people laughing at each other because you bump into each other's heads and stuff. I mean,
Wow.
I was trying not to fall on people because they were, by the time they got to me, they were at my knees.
So what did you find? What did you get from
I,
crawling on your hands and
I,
knees?
I didn't crawl. I used my stick and I just bent over and picked things up.
Ah.
I got a token for I just said it a little bit ago, Garrett. And so that token, you could take your tokens and go to the tent and get your prizes
Mhm.
the next day.
Mhm.
And I got like a pouch, and then I also got, I believe it was I think it was a buffalo nickel, if I remember correctly. Buffalo, I
Mhm.
think it was a buffalo nickel. I didn't
Mhm.
get. There was a lot of people that got a ton of stuff, but I
Mhm.
wasn't on my hands and knees, so I I was just trying to not fall on anybody. That was the main goal. Don't fall on anybody. Just try to have fun.
Mhm.
And it was fun to be up above and look at all these little lights below you, just kind of crawling around like bugs.
Wow.
It was kind of,
Mhm.
yeah. They, I think people put that event on YouTube somewhere. You can kind of see parts of it, you know, where
Mm.
people that weren't doing it were filming it because it was kind of fun.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Mhm. So what what about the general experience of the whole like, it sounds like you were there for 4 days? Is that
Uh,
right?
Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and I left Sunday afternoon to come home. Yeah.
So, this is obviously not the first time you've gone on an event hunt,
No, not
correct?
first time,
Yeah.
yeah. First time for this. First time for Digstock. Yeah.
Mm.
I never did Digstock before.
Mhm. Mhm.
The general sense of it all,
Yeah.
um, it was a blast. It was a blast. I had a great time. Met incredible people, and met people that that I hope to remain friends with forever. It was a really good time. I mean, was I disappointed I didn't find more? Yes. Did I know why? Yes, I didn't hunt. I spent more time socializing than I did hunt. And even when I
Mhm.
was hunting, I spent more time socializing than I did hunt. So if I would have been more, you know, aggressive on my hunting, I'm sure I would have found more. There was a lot to find. You just had to hunt, and
Mhm.
you have to swing over it. Everybody knows you have to swing over it in order to get it. If it's not there, it's not there. You know.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And it just sounds like there was I know that when I went oh my goodness, I forgot it wasn't Digstock. It
Mm.
was, Pound the Ground. I went to
Pound it.
Pound the Ground
Yeah.
a few years ago, and being the first event, I had absolutely no idea, but a lot of people researched the area and they knew exactly where it
Yeah.
was they were gonna dig and
Yeah. That's
for
what.
old house spots and stuff, and I was just, like, just digging in, like, the alfalfa field, but, it seems
Yeah.
that the people that do their homework kinda get the can I say better stuff?
It's exactly true. You got to do research, and that's not just at events. That's anywhere. Um, if you're gonna find farms stuff on farms, you got to research where buildings were, or
Mhm,
just start swinging and look for the nails. Once you find nails,
mhm,
once you find nails, you're gonna find good stuff. So I always tell people, if you have no clue, if you weren't able to find anything about a certain area, just start swinging and put your iron volume on. And
mhm.
once you get to a concentration of iron, that's when you stop, because the good stuff is in iron.
Yes, iron equals human habitation,
And
so you're gonna find some good stuff.
if you find the nails, you'll
Yes.
find bear.
Hey, Gene, I'm just gonna play a video from, Excalibur Shovels, if that's okay, and then we'll come back?
Yeah, sure.
Alright. Alright, everybody, just, watch this. My goodness, Excalibur Shovels, and Gene, I don't know if you met up with the, Treasure Talk crew, but, at Digstock, Treasure Talk actually premiered a new paint paint scheme for an Excalibur shovel that is only available at Myers Metal Detecting.
Right. I
Did you s
saw Jeff. I did meet Jeff. Yeah.
Wonderful.
What day it was? He was walking towards me. It was kind of one of those. I know you, Jeff. And we talked a little bit, and yeah, and we went about our ways. But yeah, I heard about the blue spade shovel. Is that what it
Oh,
is?
not the Blue Spade Society shovel, although that one is also, an exclusive to the Blue Spade Society, but they premiered a new paint color. I wish I would have done my homework and got and shown the actual shovel, but, I just want to make everybody aware that if you, are not familiar, Excalibur shovels and Gene I know Gene swings an Excalibur as well. Excalibur shovels are created or built in America by Casey, the the Key Date Kid, and Casey is the only Excalibur Shovels is the only shovel manufacturer that allows you 100% customizability. You get to pick your paint color, whatever your favorite color is, your school color, your sports teams. Casey will turn that into a shovel as well. You get to say how long you want your shovel, or I guess how short you want your shovel. You don't have to settle for a standard length of a shovel. You also get to pick the handle, D or T. Which one do you prefer? Do you prefer the D or the T?
I have both kind of shovels, but as far as his shovels, I got the T handle, wide,
Mhm.
really a nice shovel.
Mhm.
Really,
Yes, yes. And you also get to choose the spade, whether or not you want serrations on one side, the other side, both sides, no sides. And if you have a YouTube channel, Casey will stamp the name of your YouTube channel onto the blade or onto the spade. So how cool is that? And if you are in the market for a shovel and or hand diggers as well, um, when you're on the Excalibur website making your order at checkout, remember to enter the code digging a Canuck, and that is going to get you 15% off of your purchase. So Casey, Key Date Kid, thank you. Excalibur Shovels, thank you. 15% off your purchase. Absolutely incredible. So yeah,
really
back
great.
to Digstock with Gene.
Yeah, I'll answer questions if anybody's got questions. I just can't read the chat.
Okay, I'll pop up the questions. If you have a question for Gene in regards to Digstock or just in regards to Gene Diggs history, pop it in the chat, and I will pop it on here, and then I'll ask Gene as well.
Yeah.
So yeah.
It was a good time. I recommend it. I recommend it. Tickets early. They do run out. I was lucky enough to get an alternate ticket that came available. And
Oh, really? So you were
yeah,
like on a waiting list.
yeah, you get on their
Oh.
their newsletter or whatever it is, and
Mhm.
let them know you want one if one comes available. And they emailed me and said there's some available. Get them now, and immediately I got one. So.
Mhm. Mhm. Got a question for you. Just want to say this, that Digging Defiant says, are they heavy? No, they are not heavy. And you get to, like, if you want a really long one or a short one, it's all up to you. They are extremely light, extremely durable. Just hop onto excaliburshovels.com. And you can also email Casey, and he will get back to you right away. Here's the question, Gene, is from Adventure for Relics. Alan asks, what is your oldest find? Now that, I guess that's gonna not be Digstock, but what's your oldest find?
Oldest. I gotta think. Give me a second. As far as coins, it would be a 17. God, I can't remember the 17. I think it was like 90 something. Copper. I think it was like a large 1 cent or something.
Wow, congratulations on the 1700s club.
Yeah.
Where'd you dig that?
Here in South Carolina, I do a lot of volunteer work. This particular place used to be a where they had plantation. It used to be a plantation way back in the day.
Yeah.
Uh, a church organization owns it now,
Mhm.
and kind of where they go and when they're on vacation. Let's just put it that way. It's a
Okay.
large
Mhm.
place where they meditate and do their thing.
Mhm.
And I used to go there. They used to put on different events and things to raise money for them. And so I met them through there. And whenever they needed something fixed, they know I'm kind of handy. So they would call me and say, "Hey, can you help us fix this?" So I would go down there. Well,
Mm.
eventually they went on another vacation, but they went somewhere. So there's all this acreage, and they didn't have anybody to feed their animals or watch out for the place. So they
Mhm.
asked. So I was like, "Cool beans. Don't worry about that. I'll keep myself busy." And so yeah, I found it. Found it there in South Carolina, kind of like
Wow.
local area. So
Mhm. Mhm.
it was a win-win for everybody. Yeah.
Wonderful. Hey, Linda Wallace, uh says, "Tell Jean I think she's cute."
Oh, thank you.
Bless your heart, Linda. And I think somebody in the chat wanted to know who did your hair. There's so much talk about your hair. Who did
Oh,
your hair?
yeah. Is the way my hair is supposed to look after, before hat head and actually, um, I cut my own hair. I've been cutting hair for a while. I started cutting hair when my brother was 16, so I cut hair as another hobby. Friends want my haircut, but anyway, I cut hair. I cut my own hair, which is not easy because it's hard to get the back. So
Yeah, I would think so.
I do my own hair, cut my own hair. Now I don't color my own hair. I got a friend that does that, but as far as cutting it, for the most part, unless I'm lazy, I get her to cut it too. But this, 9 times out of 10, I'm cutting my own hair.
The only time I actually ended up cutting my own hair was like not pre-COVID, but when we were in the midst. Oh, I said the word again. When we were in the midst of Charlie Victor and everything was closed, I'm like, oh my God, my hair's getting all crazy. So I actually ended up cutting my own hair.
A lot of people were cutting their own hair. I think it was the thing, on like Twitter and stuff, whatever the media, social media, which I don't really do, like showing pictures of their haircuts, it was like a thing. People had like hair here and over there. It was kind of funny. Seeing,
yeah, I think that with everything closed, the sales of those the clippers must have gone crazy during Charlie Victor. Seriously.
Yeah. Amazon ran out, I'm sure.
I bet they did. Peterson PP from the Czech Republic says that he thinks he spies little Deus 2 back there behind you. Is that correct?
No, this is actually the ORX.
Oh, it's the Orcs.
The ORX. Yeah, this is now my prospecting machine because I usually rock the Deus 1. I got the Deus 2, but the Deus 1 is finding a new home for a veteran friend of mine.
Oh, very nice.
Kind of what my channel is going to be about. I don't know if I mentioned it or not, but I got into the hobby a long time ago because I needed some kind of stress relief. Was under a lot of stress from the military and stuff. So, I got into that, and it was the best thing that ever happened to me. So, so I wanted to have a plan for my channel, not just to show metal detecting and that kind of thing. So I thought if I could try to get more veterans, and especially female veterans, a chance to get into the hobby and help them learn machines. And I've had a lot of machines, so you kind of, it's easier to know settings after you get the hang of many machines. So I thought, well, I could do that. That would be my contribution, my way of paying it forward. And so that's kind of what I'm going to be doing a lot of. I've been doing it, but just nobody knew. So now I'm saying, veterans, female veterans, when through my travels, I meet up. I gift them a metal detector. Some of them will be new, some of them won't be new. And some of them will be on the more expensive side, some of them won't. It's just what I have available. So that's the plan. And I'm looking forward to it because if I can help veterans just calm down.
Yes.
And just enjoy nature and the excitement of finding things that it's kind of like scratch off tickets in a way. I say, you don't lottery tickets.
Yeah.
You gotta get hooked once you win that $2. You kind of get, So that's once you get hooked and once you get in the, make it a kind of a ritual to go out and do a little bit every day, if only for 20 minutes in your own yard.
Yes.
Or just fiddle with the machine in your own space. If you're in an apartment, you can kind of go out, somewhere along the sidewalk and throw a coin down and swing over it and kind of start remembering what that sounds like. So it's got a lot of ideas, and maybe my plan is to actually hold a like a camping workshop kind of thing.
Oh,
It's
very nice. Yes.
yeah.
Wonderful. Wonderful. Adventure for Relics wants to know, do you only metal detect? Like, did you bottle dig? Because I know that there were opportunities to bottle dig at Digstock. You ever dabble in that?
Um, I have ran into dumps right here. There's like 3 dumps that I have not touched yet. I would,
Mm-hmm.
I've been saving them for,
Mm-hmm.
hopefully bottle diggers that come my way,
Mm-hmm.
uh, because I really haven't done it other than come across bottles, metal detecting, pick them up.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Um, I've just started panning, so
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
that's something I do.
Mm-hmm.
What else? Is there anything else? Metal detecting has been it for 20 plus years. I'm just
Wow.
great.
Wonderful. Wonderful. The Piney Man says, God bless you, Jean, for helping veterans.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, yeah. Veterans, we have a lot of hidden stress, from things, and it's just, there's not enough available for us to kind of like. I mean, yes, we got the VA and they got their little programs, but
Mm-hmm.
nothing's better than being around veterans, and it's just something about when you're around a veteran,
Mm-hmm.
you kind of you know that somebody actually knows what you're talking about, and it's not,
Yes.
oh, your
Yes.
number, let's get you in, you got 5 minutes to say what you got to say, do you need any medicine, okay, bye bye, next.
Mm-hmm.
It just doesn't help, and
Mm-hmm.
so I know what helped me, um that continues to help me, so that's
Mm-hmm.
that's
Mm-hmm.
the ultimate goal. So
Wonderful, wonderful. And now, Jean, do you have any thoughts on? There's been a lot of detectors lately. Mind Lab has been releasing, it seems, a detector like every couple weeks. They released the they released the Manticore, and now the Xterra.
yeah.
What
um
any thoughts on? Because I know you're pretty much happy with the XP.
oh I love XP machines, for many reasons. Mostly because it's so light and packable. I'm one of these people that like to get out and adventure, and sometimes
Mm-hmm.
you just carry a machine, but you want to have it.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, so it's packable, it's light, it does everything you could ever want. That's probably why I stick with it the most. There are a ton of good machines. Mind Lab is up there tops, and XP is up there tops. Um, I ordered an Xterra Pro. Um,
Did you?
I did, for giveaway. I'm
Ah,
play with it for a little bit. Um,
yes.
with it for a little bit so I can get to know it. Because if I'm going
Mm-hmm.
to teach how to use it, I got to know what it is. Um, but it's from what I understand, just viewing it on YouTube and people using it, and from what I heard,
Mm-hmm.
it's a really good machine for the price point. It's pretty, it's like what, let's just say round off
Is it?
$300 Americana.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so that's like, one, fourth, fifth with like a Mind Lab, the top Mind Lab,
Uh-huh.
right now. So it's worth it. I mean, it's a good machine. If it's, we'll find out how good it is. That
Mhm.
I have, so just going by what I heard. But it's
Yeah.
a single frequency machine. I heard it does well on the beach. I heard that
It's
uh,
waterproof.
I
I
heard
think
waterproof.
like 15 feet or something like that.
Yeah, but I heard still try to keep the control box out of the water is what I heard.
Oh, really?
That's what I heard.
Really?
I don't know. Hey, I don't know. Just
Really?
that's what
Ah,
um you know if you can keep it out of the water. I mean, but
really?
you know what? If you do sink it and it leaks, then you return it, you get another one.
I
So
hope so. I hope so.
uh, personally, I don't see me in that much water to, have that problem. But
Mhm.
I would suggest. I mean, really can't say. I heard different things, but I heard
Mhm.
maybe you want to keep that part out of the water. So
Mhm.
otherwise, perfectly waterproof. It's a single frequency, so there's a place for single frequency. Sometimes the EMI in multi-frequency is like,
Yes. Yes.
you have to go, like with the XP, you go into the single frequency mode and
Yeah.
to cut it out.
Mhm.
And you raise your frequency because lower frequencies are real sensitive to EMI. So there's it'll do everything. It just won't have a multi-frequency function as far.
Mhm.
Right.
There's two schools of thought. Some people are like, if it's multi-frequency and it's like going between like 5 or 6 different frequencies all at once, are you maybe missing on something because like your swing is so fast or so slow? Are you
Right.
missing out on something? Whereas there's people that say the single frequency is the way to go. It's just I guess it all depends.
It depends on your soil conditions. It depends on your EMI conditions. It depends on a lot of things. I found over the years that, I found incredible things on single frequency machines. I mean, my best finds were found with the XB-1.
Mm. Mhm.
Majority of my best finds, I should
Yeah.
say.
Mhm.
Yeah, I mean, if you run your frequencies, your single frequency around 15 kilohertz, that will pick up your high conductors and your low conductors for the most part. You might miss really fine gold jewelry because that's the lower frequency. I mean, the higher frequencies, like up there.
Mhm. Mhm.
High frequency coils are amazing for that. So if you want to like gold, fine gold, you raise your frequency up. If you want, silver, you drop it down as much as you can. If you kind of hope that you don't miss anything, anywhere between, to me, 12 and 15 kilohertz is an excellent place to be as far as single frequency setting. But the multi-frequency, they're weighted, so you got to learn where your settings are, what programs are more weighted to the lower and more weighted to the higher. They're multi, but they're still weighted. Um, I'm kind of digging the general program on XP right now. So
Mhm.
yeah, kind of
Mhm.
digging that. It's great for the moist soil here because I got sandy dirt soil here in South Carolina, so it's kind of retains moisture. You know,
Mhm.
so,
So, Jean, I'm just going to say this
yeah.
for what it's worth. You're not just another pretty face, you got some knowledge of the metal detector.
Me blush. I have to tell you, I normally never thought in a million years I would do anything in front of a camera because I used to do photography and I loved photography and I loved photo restoration. I did digital photo restoration for a while.
Mhm.
Um, Loved it. But as soon as the camera came towards me, I was like, no, because I just don't feel comfortable. I start to sweat. I'm getting better at it. I feel pretty comfortable right now, but I had to have the fan on. It was like, oh my God, I'm starting to sweat on camera. Yeah, I'm starting to sweat. So I put the fan on overhead. But thank you. I appreciate it. I'm a little embarrassed.
No, no, no. Silver Bull just said that he's chiming in to say that he's been learning a lot this morning, and that's a good thing.
Good.
That's a
Yeah.
good thing. Thank you, Silver Bull.
I'm happy if you have any questions, if I can answer them, I'll never tell you something I don't know. I always say, I'm not sure, or this is what I heard if I don't know for sure. But if I know for sure, I'll just spit it out. So if you have
Mhm.
any,
So what detector did you take to Digstock? Was that your Deus 2?
I took the Deus 2 and the Deus 1. I
Oh,
took
okay.
all my Deus 1 coils, all my Deus 2 coils, two actual
Wow.
Deus 2s because I was afraid one would go kapunk
You
on
never
me.
know, right? You just want to have a back. Do you have the backpack, the Deus backpack?
Sure do. I sure do. I have the
Oh.
big backpack,
Oh.
the one with a um,
Yes.
the thick thing, which
Yes.
I do a lot of backpacking and stuff. So I decided the bigger, heavy duty one would be better. But
Mhm.
I'm wishing I kind of got the cheaper one because it's lighter.
Really?
Yeah, it's lighter. I think it's like 1/3 lighter. Like I think,
Yes, and you know what? I gotta say that I thought I wanted that one as well. That I don't have one yet.
yeah.
That's a big big time price tag for a
Mhm.
backpack. I gotta say, just
Yeah,
saying. But
yeah.
the smaller one, I thought, perhaps that if I were to get one, I would get the smaller one. But it's not, the material is not as thick, and there aren't as many pockets and dividers in it. Gotta say, gotta say that
Yeah, yeah. But I
if
think
and when I do purchase one, which I'm not sure I'm going to, but I will go for the big one.
you would go for the big one?
Yeah, only because it's thicker.
Uh-huh.
Um, and there's a lot more pockets and dividers inside,
Right.
which I think is, I
Well,
mean,
that's
that's what you want a
fine.
backpack for, to put all your stuff in, right?
Right, right, exactly. I mean, if dividers and little nooks and crannies is what you're into, that would be the but 700 grams versus, I can't remember what the big one weighs. So and you're better at the grams than I am.
Oh, okay.
I'm still not, conversions are not my thing, but
Couple pounds, less than a couple pounds.
yeah, yeah.
454 grams is a pound.
Oh, dang. Okay.
There you go.
There,
454.
yeah. So I'm learning something. I'll try more. So yeah,
So less
um,
than 2 pounds. You said 700 grams. Less than
700
2 pounds.
believe is the less pricier one.
The
The,
smaller one.
yeah, the smaller one is 700
Hmm.
grams. Yeah, and it I don't know. It doesn't come with, like, I think the big one comes with also this cell phone holder thing that's on there. So you get a little extra. You can detach it and wear it on your belt, or it's kind of
Hmm.
a. I put all my stickers in there and business cards and things like that in there.
Hmm.
You can
Yeah.
in there your glasses, whatever you need.
Hmm.
Um, um, so that's an extra thing too.
Hmm. Hmm.
I have the big one. I like it. I took it with me. I didn't take it out of the car. I just kind of took stuff out, and then, but if I didn't take it through. Thank goodness I didn't take it through that briar.
Yeah.
uh,
Oh my
door.
goodness.
Would have. I was.
Yeah.
I still got scars on my thighs from
Oh
all
my
the.
God. It was that bad, eh?
Yeah, I'm not even over exaggerating.
Wow.
It was pretty intense. It was pretty intense.
And you really didn't get anything after walking them through
I
that and walking back.
I got exercise. I mean, I got some exercise. I was like, and I wasn't prepared because I didn't know I was going to do that. It was last minute. That's what we were
Mhm.
doing. And
Yeah.
my brace on because I have a wonky, wonky knee. So whenever I do something heavy duty, I like to have a brace on. Didn't have that on, and I did well. I did really well, other than getting hung up and needing help from the guy taking the rear.
Mhm.
He that off of me, and he was so nice, trying to,
Mhm.
hold things away from me and everything. But it was an experience that I'll never forget, even though I didn't get anything but trash.
Yeah. Did you pick
Um,
up any stickers or any of that kind of stuff?
from people giving me
Yeah, from
stickers.
different channels, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, not a whole bunch. I didn't ask for any, maybe a few people. I got stories from the Signal gave me one. Met
Ah,
him.
okay.
I got let's see who else.
He's actually I would love to meet him. He is an amazing
He's
individual.
a tall guy.
Yeah, Patrick is really, really cool.
Oh yeah, yeah. Actually, Patrick and we kind of talked over somebody's channel chat. Mentioned I was going to be in PA, and I was like, hey,
Mhm.
hey, people, I'm going to be in PA in May.
Mhm.
So
Mhm.
he told me to get in touch with him and let me know
Ah.
where he is. So maybe we're going to meet up with him.
Mhm.
Maybe Jersey Ray or Jason from Hoarder. I
Mhm.
got his sticker. It was
Mhm.
his sticker. I got
Mhm.
two huge magnets, automobile magnets. It's filling up fast, so I'm trying to.
Automobile magnets.
Yeah, they're
Oh, oh,
you
okay,
know
I gotcha. I
time
gotcha.
magnets. They're plain. They're plain.
I got you. Okay.
Got them off of Amazon, and so I could stick all my stickers on there, and then use those
Ah.
on my camper van. And
Oh.
so yeah.
Okay, I got you now. I
Mhm.
got you now. Right
Yeah.
on. Good stuff. Good stuff.
I
So
mean,
it sounds like overall you had a great time,
I had a really good time.
irregardless of Charlie Victor.
And regardless of Charlie Victor, although I hope I never get that again. But I met incredible folks.
Mhm.
And
So would you recommend if somebody is like kind of on the fence about going to an event that they should just dive in and just go to an event and experience this?
I definitely do. I definitely do. And if you just kind of want to go and hang out and not, pay all the money for, digging and stuff. If you
Hmm.
just kind of experience the whole, it's because it's a lot. It's, you got all these people that are into the same things, and you can talk to anybody, and they're just so nice. I
Hmm.
didn't meet any rude people at all,
Hmm.
and even down to the food truck people, they were incredible. So,
Okay, this is important now. What kind of food truck did they have, and did you like taste it?
yeah,
What
yeah,
did
of course,
they
because
have?
that's all
What
there was.
was
He
what
didn't.
was available?
Yeah, there was hot dogs, hamburgers, there was barbecue, there was chicken, um,
Oh.
there was a bunch of other stuff that I didn't eat. I had barbecue, I had chicken, I had hamburger, um, yeah, fries, you know, that kind of stuff, and it was all good. It was all good. So I can't complain even about the food. I mean, it
Right
was,
on.
and they had this is for us. They had a guy. He was kind of in the middle of the field there, with a table and big old cooler and huge thingy, and it was um, craft beer.
Oh, in the field.
Yeah, he was just,
Wow.
but in the field he didn't have like a truck or a tent or anything. He was supposed to be there. I mean, it was just he
Wow.
didn't have any. He might have had an umbrella at one point. I can't remember.
I
But
hope
anyway,
he had an umbrella.
but the craft beer from local places, and it
Wow, that's pretty
was
cool.
really
That's
good.
pretty cool.
Yeah, and
We
then
didn't talk about Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead. I didn't mean to interrupt you.
oh, that's right. On the other end of the tent, and we're talking like circus tent, almost big. So at the
Okay.
other end, there was kind of like a table of drinks, like they I had a I can't remember how they said it. They had drinks named after things for metal detecting, and mine was
Oh.
like a daiquiri. I think it was a diggery or something like that. I can't remember. But I had one of those. They had, it was another local place that did this, and
Ah.
they had that there too. So
Uh-huh.
if
Right
you
on.
they didn't have coffee. That's why
They did
Rob
not have coffee?
they didn't have coffee. So
Wow.
Rob, thank you, Rob. In
Ah.
his RV to show me his cool little coffee gadget thing that made really good
Mhm.
way. I gotta get me one.
Mhm.
So I took a picture of it. I
Wow.
gotta get me one of those.
Wonderful.
What
Wonderful.
were you
What about the weather? What was the weather like down there?
Ooh, okay. It was nice Thursday. It kind of got rainy, yucky Friday. It was kind of an on and off thing. Sunday, while we were waiting for the raffles and everything, it was like it was rainy, misty, and then it
Mm.
like sleet,
Oh.
and
Mhm.
people were like, "Brr,"
I
underneath the camp.
guess.
So it
Wow.
was on and off different weather types. You had to be prepared,
Really?
and I was extremely prepared. I brought more than I should have actually. You know, I-
Mhm.
you know, your big old rubber boots and rain gear and all that kind of thing. So
Mhm.
you just had to be prepared. It's typical Carolina weather. It
Mm.
was especially that time of year. It's just kind of
Mhm.
trying to decide whether it wants to be spring or you know
Mhm.
the most part. We had an early spring, so it was really odd that we there was sleet up there. Although
Mhm.
further north, so I'm in South Carolina. That was North Carolina. So
Mhm. Wow. Wonderful. Hey, you know what, Jean? It is 11:11.
oh my goodness, what a number!
Time. Oh, the numerologists are probably gonna have a field day with that. But, I wanna thank you for
No problem.
coming on the show, telling us about Digstock and as well as imparting some knowledge
I love.
as to, metal detecting and metal detectors because, um, I gotta say, I really, really appreciate that. I myself, I don't like to dabble too much in the inner workings of detectors. I like to get to where I'm going and have a few, different programs or whatever
Mhm.
to, as options and then get to digging. I really don't like to dabble too much with settings and stuff. That's just me,
Mhm.
but I honestly can say that I super duper duper appreciate talking to you.
Sure. Any
You know your stuff. You know your detectors. You know you're beyond my level of non-expertise. And I really, really appreciate that. Gotta say, I really appreciate that. And
I
I know that a lot of people in the chat appreciate it as well because you imparted knowledge, and that's always a good thing.
well, it's just something you learn over time. I don't consider myself an expert. I learn every day. I learn these things every time I go out, and that's what metal detecting does. You still learn even if it's something minute. You learn every time you go out something, and if
Mhm,
it's not about metal detecting, it's about yourself, or it's
mhm.
about nature or something. So I'm like I'm addicted to learning. I'm kind of a geek. I
Mhm.
hate. Did I just admit that? I admitted that. I'm a geek. I like to learn. So I, so I like to share what I learn too. So, yeah.
Mhm.
And I don't want anybody to think that I'm some kind of expert because I don't think I am. I retain a lot of information. I'm kind of like an
Mhm.
elephant. I don't forget once I learn. Might take a few times to get me there, but for the most part, if it sinks in, if I read it and it sinks in, then it's there. So that's what it is. Other people, they just have to refer to the manual all the time, or they
Mhm.
forget. Um, I wouldn't say I'm an expert, but I appreciate the compliment. That was nice. Thank you.
Mhm. Hey, we were just joined by Vladimir. Vladimir,
Vladimir.
thank you.
Oh,
Thank you. He says that the stories of treasure hunters are interesting. Yes, they are. They are definitely interesting. Thank you, Vladimir, for joining. Right on, right on. Oh my goodness.
you're pretty international nowadays, aren't you?
Yes, truly, truly, truly
I mean,
international.
you
Hey,
come a long way.
Lisa B. I'm not sure who Lisa B is. B as in Bravo
Mhm.
says, thank you for sharing your experience of Digstock.
Oh, yeah, sure. I recommend it. I mean, don't hesitate. I was going to say, if you want to go, how did I miss that? If you want to go, this is how they have done it in the past. Now it might change, but from what I have experienced this last time, because I was going to still go, even though I wasn't going to be allowed to detect because I didn't get a ticket to detect. I was just
Mm,
go, and you can attend as like an observer.
yes.
So get a different tag to wear so they
Hmm.
know
Hmm.
it. You just have to sign like a waiver, like so if you fall or something, you don't see them. But it's free, so you can go and attend
Hmm. Hmm.
for
There,
nothing.
there are some, yeah, Digstock was definitely one of those events. There are some events though, like you said, that do that. There's others. I think the majority of the events, if you're not digging, you can't go.
Yeah, yeah. Um, this one, I mean, I was gonna go and just socialize.
Well, you were in the holding pattern.
Yeah, I was better. I was gonna do that anyway, but
Mhm,
then ticket and I went and socialized.
mhm.
But I
Wonderful,
dig a little bit. So I
wonderful.
put the shovel on the ground just so I said
Mhm,
did it. But
mhm.
it,
Wonderful.
next year I'm going to concentrate more, at least one day more
Mhm.
on.
Yes. Wonderful, wonderful, and hopefully by then, uh, Charlie Victor will be eradicated and will only be a memory that we talk about.
I'm not going to be downwind of anybody who has him.
Yeah, or you got your full-on respirator while you're
Now,
digging.
no, I'm not going to be behind. I'm not going to be behind people trudging through the woods with the wind blowing at me. I got it all.
Ah,
I got it
mm,
all. Came back at me.
smart,
Not
smart.
smart. he decides to
Yes.
the right next time.
Yes, yes. My goodness, never thought of that, but yeah, there you go. You were all like in a beeline. It was like, yeah, not good, not good.
Good, wasn't good. But you know what? I still say it was a great experience. Even that, even the obstacle of going through all the briars and
Yeah.
the scars on the thighs and all that,
Mhm.
it was
Yes.
still worth it. I still had a good
Mhm.
time.
Wonderful, wonderful. Jean, it is it's kind of time to say goodbye. I want
Well,
to thank first Jean, stick with me. Stick with me until so I can just we can just quickly chat after the show ends. But I want to thank you all so very much for joining Jean and I today. If you're not subscribed to Jean Digs History, check out her channel, watch a couple, well, you can't watch a couple, you can watch the trailer. You can watch the trailer, and well, you've heard her today. She is very knowledgeable, and as Linda said, she's cute too. So
Linda,
definitely check out Jean Digs History. I would really appreciate that. Until next week, I want to thank you all. Have a great week. um and let me just say that on Wednesday, if you're not doing anything, Wednesday at 2 p.m. EST in the afternoon, join me for some coin roll hunting. I know it's not everybody's cup of tea, but yeah, we chit chat, we have some fun, and we might find something interesting in the coins. So, Jean, I'm gonna let it up or leave it up to you to carry us out of here.
oh, really? Gee, put me on the spot. What do I do?
Yes, I put you on the spot.
Well, everybody, get out there and dig. Go have a good time. If the weather's breaking, just get out there. Don't worry about settings. Just turn it on and go. And happy hunting.
Wonderful. Take care. Have a blessed week, and we'll catch you on the flip side.